Hello and welcome to a lovely Monday morning here at Site B. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's Monday, we've got some tabletop role-playing game news. The #1 story, of course, is the Spelljammer Dragonlance announcement and all the controversy that surrounds it. I feel like I just posted this article / editorial on Saturday, but it seems, I feel like I have to say this again, and I know it's going to get me in trouble, but I don't care. So trigger warning, I'm going to say some things that will probably upset everybody. So if you're easily upset about opinions that may not be the same as yours, you should probably stop watching this and go watch a video about Hello Kitty instead. All right. Hello and welcome, Hello Kitty fans. It's time to talk about Spelljammer, Dragonlance, Wizards of the Coast again, because apparently we have nothing else to talk about in the gaming world except Spelljammer, Dragonlance, Wizards of the Coast. So let's go down the list. 1, Wizards of the Coast supposedly did not consult the original creators of Dragonlance and Spelljammer. This is based upon tweets that are floating around the Twitterverse, supposedly from Jeff Grubb, Margaret Weiss, about the fact that they were not consulted on the projects that became Dragonlance 5e and Spelljammer 5e. Are these actual the individuals, or are they just accounts claiming to be the individuals? I don't know. As of today, the general consensus is we don't believe that Wizards of the Coast contacted the original creators of Spelljammer or Dragonlance, and apparently we're upset about it. Well, 1, they don't have to. Yes, it sucks, it's bad manners, it's inappropriate, it's just stupid, but they don't have to. The original creators of those products worked for hire for TSR. So yeah, they don't work for Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast doesn't have to acknowledge them if they don't want to. 2, how do we know for sure they're not going to be acknowledged in Dragonlance and Spelljammer? Just because somebody claiming to be them is saying that? We haven't seen the final product. There could be a whole entire page dedicated to the Dragonlance creators in the Dragonlance book, and a whole entire page dedicated to the original creators of Spelljammer. We haven't seen the product yet. We don't know what it's going to look like. So we're sort of jumping off the bridge without looking to see if there's water or not. We do not know. So we cannot complain about something until we've seen it. Now, if we see the actual product and it's just totally FU original creators, then yeah, sure. We could be, how dare you, Wizards of the Coast, not consult the people? And Wizards of the Coast would be, we don't have to. And let's face it, let's assume, and I already talked about this earlier today, they did consult the original creator of Spelljammer. You and I both know the minute they even mentioned they were thinking about talking to these individuals, the Twitterverse, woke skulls, SJW crowd would attack them. Horrible threats, horrible things, horrible words. Wizards of the Coast would be attacked for trying to talk to the original creators of Spelljammer, because those people worked for TSR in the 80s and 90s, and oh my God, we know how problematic TSR was in the 80s and 90s, and all the horrible, horrible things TSR did and said in the 80s and 90s. Anybody associated with TSR in the 80s and 90s is a horrible, awful person, because TSR was a horrible, awful company that promoted racism and sexism and anti-Semitism and homophobia and blah, 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 blah. So we know that would happen. We also know the people on the other side of the fence, or at least the ones they claim that they're the other side of the ones who supposedly love 5th edition, love Wizards of the Coast, love the direction it's going, think this is what Gary dreamed of, would say, how dare you consult individuals who worked on it in the past? You need to bring 5th edition into the present, and you need to bring all those IPs into the present And by doing that, you cannot talk about the past. We only want to see 5e Spelljammer as it reflects today. So those individuals like Genie D and that company would also attack Wizards of the Coast for trying to acknowledge the past. So either way, in fact, there's already two that I've found basically saying what I just said from somebody who claims to be a supporter of 5th edition. They're angry that these titles are bringing up, and they're angry because, you know, they needed to bring up, we needed to acknowledge them, but we cannot acknowledge the past of the products. We need to force anybody who isn't playing 5e to play 5e, and we need to force the 5e players to accept 5e as it is today and just ignore the past. So that's what would have happened. So Wizards of the Coast had consulted those individuals. You know it's true. I know it's true. History speaks for itself. They took the best choice they could, which was, let's release the product. You don't know what's in it, and see what happens. And based upon the history, within 4 weeks, we're gonna not be talking about this. We're upset now, but in a couple days, we won't fucking care. And you know that's true as well. 2, I'm upset at Wizards of the Coast for ruining my game and ruining Spelljammer and ruining Dragonlance. So I'm gonna post a whole bunch of ugly, vile threats and comments and derogatory stuff about anybody who plays 5e or talks about 5e, or anybody who even looks at the new Spelljammer. Doesn't matter, the Spelljammer has been a dead IP for years that nobody ever really played anyways, and it was silly to begin with. Or the Dragonlance has been a dead IP for years. It doesn't matter that Wizards of the Coast has been hinting at Dragonlance for 5 years, and hinting at, Spelljammer for 5 years, and hinting at Dragonlance for over a year. Doesn't matter that Hickman and Weiss abandoned the lawsuit against Wizards of the Coast to gain control of the IP, abandoned with prejudice, which means they could revisit it if they wanted to, but they basically said, okay, we will settle for an undisclosed sum in exchange for you keeping control of Dragonlance. At least that's what it looks like based upon the lawsuit. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I could be lying, talking smoke out of my teeth. I don't know. Smoke out of my teeth, is that a comment? Isn't it a beautiful day? We're using this as an excuse to say horrible things about 5e, Wizards of the Coast, people who play 5e. Horrible, awful, vile things. Even worse, we're using this as an excuse to attack members of the LGBTQTA community because some of them might play 5e, and because of the whole representation thing that 5e is trying to do. And I have read a couple really ugly comments about LGBTQ people, and simply because somehow they're associated with the direction 5e Cactus is going, and therefore they are vile humans who need to be outlawed simply because Spelljammer and Dragonlance. Vile, disgusting. LGBTQT are vile and disgusting humans who need to be outlawed, and my reason for posting that is because Spelljammer. These are the posts I'm seeing from the people who claim they don't care. From the people they claim they don't support Wizards of the Coast. From the people that claim I'm just gonna run my game and my way. I don't care what Wizards of the Coast does. These are the posts. And on the other side of the fence, we're also seeing these supposed lovers of 5e, like Solomon and Wilson and these other guys, also saying negative shit about Spelljammer and Dragonlance and Wizards of the Coast and what they think 5e should do. And in the middle, we have people like me and the actual players of 5e, and there are actual players of 5e who don't care. Do not care what they're doing. But OGGM, you're part of the problem because you talk about Wizards of the Coast. Yes, because my niche is role-playing game news, and Wizards of the Coast generates the most role-playing game news, and it generates the most heat for the algorithm. And that's what we're going to talk about now, heat for the algorithm. If you are angry at Wizards of the Coast, if you are one of the individuals who claim they don't care about Wizards of the Coast, they don't support Wizards of the Coast, they don't want to have anything to do with Wizards of the Coast, they're tired of Wizards of the Coast, they just want to play D&D their way and support the games that do D&D their way, and F you Wizards of the Coast, Bird, stop talking about Wizards of the Coast. Every time you mention Wizards of the Coast in a tweet or Reddit or Facebook post or Discord, the algorithm sees that. Skynet sees that. And as far as the graphs are concerned, as far as Wizards of the Coast product is concerned, that is recognition of the product. Even if you say, F you hate Wizards of the Coast and want to mess up anybody who plays Wizards of the Coast, which is something I do not support, and I do not want to have anything with anybody who says stuff like that. You're giving attention to Wizards of the Coast, and the algorithm acknowledges that you said Wizards of the Coast, you said Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It does not care how you said it. All it cares is that you said it, and that is recognition. That is percentages, that is numbers, that is money, that is Wizards of the Coast being acknowledged. There's no such thing as bad press. If you mention Wizards of the Coast, even in a derogatory term, you're giving them attention. And the more you say bad stuff about Wizards of the Coast, the more attention you're drawing to Wizards of the Coast. And the more likely people are going to look at Wizards of the Coast products to see what you're talking about. The best way to lower Wizards of the Coast's control of the market, which right now is about 70 to 80%, is to not talk about them at all. Do not mention their product. Do not say how upset you are. Never let the words Wizards of the Coast or 5th edition leave your lips. You supposedly don't care. You don't want to have anything to do with them. Then don't. It's as simple as that. Do not talk about them. Do not buy their stuff. Write them a letter. I say this constantly. Write them a letter. Post on their forums. Send them an email. Call them. You want the phone number? I'll give it to you. I have it. I have the phone number of the CEO. You want it? I'll give it to you. Buy Wizards of the Coast stock like I did so you can vote. I didn't buy the 10 shares of Wizards of the Coast Hasbro stock that I bought simply because I like toys. No, I do like their toys. It's so that I have a voice. A very small voice, but I have a voice. Do not use this as an excuse to threaten people with harm. As somebody who's been told that I need to kill myself simply because I talk about Wizards of the Coast, as somebody who identifies as LGBTQT, I was just told that I am a member of a vile, disgusting race and I need to be outlawed simply because LGBTQT individuals are somehow associated with Spelljammer. It amazes me how much these people are attacking Spelljammer and defending old Spelljammer when, you know, they never... How many of you played Dragonlance? How many of you played Spelljammer? How many of you are going to buy this? Why do you care? Oh, they're hurting my game that I played in the 80s and therefore they're attacking me. No, they're not. They don't care about you because you're still talking about them. Stop talking about them. Lower their percentage. Lower their recognition. Lower that number below 55% and then we will see change. Support Free League. Support Modifius. Support Goodman Games. Support the companies that are right there. You know, Pathfinder is #2. Free League consistently kicking ass in the recognition and the awards. #1 anticipated game for 2022 is a Free League publishing. Do not talk about Wizards of the Coast. Support Free League and Modifius and talk about them. Do not threaten people. Do not call people names. Do not tell people they need to go kill themselves. All you do is make us look bad. You'll make the OSR look bad. You make the supposed 5E green-haired whatever look bad. You just make us look bad, which is not supposedly what you want. You want to just be ignored and play your game your way. If you don't care about what Wizards of the Coast is doing, stop talking about them. Literally, just stop. Well, you talk about Wizards of the Coast. Of course I do. That's my target demographic. I'll talk about Wizards of the Coast as long as it keeps getting me subs and I hit that 1,000 mark, because I'm a sellout, which I have admitted since day one. Look, in closing, I sympathize. I understand why you're upset. I used to be upset about it too. But then I realized being upset doesn't matter as far as they're concerned. Calling them names and threatening them doesn't matter. It only makes you look bad. Don't do it. Stop it. If you want to counter Wizards of the Coast, it's simple. Don't talk about them. Don't support them. Don't buy their product. Support other companies. Talk about other companies. Support Free League Publishing. Call Wizards of the Coast. Write Wizards of the Coast a letter. Send them a direct email. Contact the CEO. His phone number is public. Let them know on the playtest surveys how you, want Wizards of the Coast to address Dungeons and Dragons. Otherwise, stop. No, cat. Kitty. Kitty? Is that a kitten? Anyways, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I see a lost dog that I have to go rescue. I have been the OG GM. If you appreciate the content that's coming out of my mouth, let me know. If you don't appreciate the content that's coming out of my mouth, let me know. If you are upset about I'm saying, I don't care. Till next time, let's go see if we can save this lost dog. See ya.